what happens is that women sufficiently don't know what their rights are. And therefore, when their father dies or when a husband dies, they don't know what their rights are in terms of their inheritance. And they struggle with that because they're emotionally overwhelmed by the death. And then they're dealing with so many family members and they don't have awareness of what their rights are. So suddenly they become stranded and they become lost, and they again have to depend on family members to then guide them as to what to do, how to manage their finances. Sometimes they don't even know what they have. They don't understand that the plot of land that they're living on, how is it supposed to be passed on to them? So in Kenya, there are many women who don't know what their rights are because of lack of awareness and lack of legal knowledge. And because they're dependent on the men, they get lost when their loved one passes on. And then they have to deal with so many other family members. And again, they have to depend on those family members to help them to understand how they're going to inherit. And in that situation, a lot of women lose out on their rights. And even though they may have inherited a lot, they end up having almost nothing. Yeah. So these are the problems that today I just want to expound on so that women understand what their rights are, because they have equal rights. The same rights that men have, women have as well as far as inheritance is concerned. Women need to discuss finances with their husband and understand what assets they are. Are they title deeds? Are they share certificates? Where are the bank accounts? I've had a situation several years ago where a widow came with 10 box files and said, I have no idea where the bank accounts are. He used to do everything. He used to give me a monthly amount of money, and I used to use it for shopping and so on, and he just used to handle everything. So I actually had to go through all those box files to look at bank statements, what shares they are, what title deeds they are, and so on, because she was so overwhelmed with grief and she had no idea. So she said, just please help me. And that really touched me, that she was a well-to-do person, but was totally reliant on her husband. And we've seen so many situations like that. In rural areas, I feel that the women are in a worse position, especially if they're illiterate, because they won't even know how to go through the documents and understand them in any manner at all. So it is important as families to discuss these matters. It is important to have a will in place so that there is a record of wishes as to who should be inheriting. So that kind of, stops disputes within the family as well.